When forces loyal to King John undermined Rochester Castle, it spelled doom for the rebels inside. Within days, they had surrendered. But the rebel barons weren't done yet. Their ally, Prince Louis of France, had sent an invasion force to help the barons overthrow King John. Then, in late 1216, the king fell ill with dysentery and died. His son, just 9 years old, was crowned King Henry III. It was now up to the young king's regent, the 70-year-old legendary knight William Marshal, to protect the crown. He faced a near impossible challenge. England was crumbling. Rebels were taking town after town. But William Marshal bided his time and prepared to defeat the rebels. Then in May 1217, he got the chance that he'd been waiting for. William discovered that the rebels planned to simultaneously besiege both Dover Castle and Lincoln Castle. With rebel forces split and weakened, William Marshal led his royalist army to Lincoln. The castle on one side of the city was still controlled by royalists, under its formidable constable, Lady Nicola de la Haye. But the streets of the city were under rebel control. On May 20th, 1217, the Royalist Relief Force, led by William Marshal, arrived to retake the rebel-controlled city. The future of England rode on the success of this mission. Troops loyal to the king held the castle at Lincoln, while outside, rebels controlled the city. The defenders had to hold the castle until reinforcements arrived, under the command of the King's Knight, William Marshal.
Hestes cometh. Presseth jou arwema. Hestes en ortoame. Hitsinse Hesteus.
It's forth in this.
What needeth be undone?
Foliente Hestes.
Ja, crossborders, breast and a fresher market. Ja, Oscar crossborders. Something to honor on the on the way tender. To a marker. Swath ahead. And a fresher marker on the low. Fresher marker to a marker. Spanner on the low. Start yourself. And a fresher marker to Sheffen. Ik hill. Crossborders, and weapons. Hernande, mina men. Something to check. Spanner on the low. Marker to a marker. They're ready, crossborders. turret crossbows.
See things to work. Build end day that. Reach a new. See things to work. Build end day that. Reach a new.
Every chance. Intended. Crossbows are on the way tending. Crossbowers, a decent weaponers. Sherkin crossbows, and then left and sherkin. Crossbowers, not let your markers and shooting.
The king's men discovered a building belonging to the rebels. To secure Lincoln, they would need to destroy the rebels' military structures.
You're ready for the next one. He foreway that this is he building and he building well.
We're standing yard to corruption. Still beyond this. Elected one. Forward. This is Sergeant Sanaras. Crossbows be ready and working. Crossbows, you ready and we are moving crossbows. Crossbows, are they ready?
At last, the king's knight William Marshal arrived with his forces. While a hard battle remained, there was now hope for the young king's army.
And we can pledge.
William Marshal's forces were welcomed in Stowe, a nearby town loyal to the king.
Aim and low, crossbowers. Terran crossbows, and none many. Dick, is he ready for commands? Crossbowers and needing weaponers. Nichts, fusing for draw. Operation Shotru Nikniken is all respect. It's me on
king's men tore through the rebel fortifications, diminishing the enemy's military presence.
Where need to stop it ready for school? Io be the lecture.
The castle now faced a new attack from the rebels' French allies. If the king's men hoped to lift the French siege, they would need to destroy the enemy forts on the outskirts of Lincoln.
Ready to go. If you get this building, he built it today.
The king's army had almost regained control of the city.
Nitas, you ready for commands? Questions is me or no?
The king's army razed the last of the rebels' military buildings, but the French siege continued.
Push it out and here to Estes.
Even low, crossbowers. Astera, jag lunde.
With Angla Hester.
He Nitas fusing for glory. It is team of glory and see away tackles. Now, he called me duty. The sergeants, army sergeants, team to leave it.
Oh, now rest for the Shrewd. Ready to go. Building to put up. He bore away that this is he builded and he builded well. He bore away that this is he builded and he builded well. If he'll get this building, he builded for thee.
Yeah, you ready for Hastings? He bore away that this is it, but yeah, you ready for Hastings? Building to put it over. Nitas fusing for glory. Attacking Arbor! I don't know.
Yeah, he ready for Hesses. Building to put up. If he'll get this building, he build it for thee.
Where Nitas are they ready for school? He called me duty. Nitas, in good fashion though.
The king's men uncovered one of the French forces' siege camps near Lincoln. king's army tore through the French fort, weakening the enemy siege.
Siege engines at the ready.
No Hestes coming, men. Hearken on. Hestes are coming.
William Marshal and Nicolas de la Haye had saved the city, and with it, the kingdom. William Marshal's success in retaking Lincoln was an overwhelming victory for the Royalists. The rebel barons had been defeated, and their French allies driven out of England altogether. William Marshal now focused on creating a stable kingdom for the young King Henry III. To maintain the backing of the rebels, in 1217, a royal seal of approval was given to a reissued Magna Carta, limiting the power of the monarchy. Many barons held lands in both England and Normandy. But now they faced a choice. On which side of the Channel would they make their home? Many chose England. The cross-Channel kingdom was over, establishing a clear English identity. But the impact of the Normans on England's evolution is still felt today. Almost 1,000 years later, the surviving Norman castles and cathedrals still dominate the landscape. In the midst of the modern city, William the Conqueror's fortress, the Tower of London, remains a powerful reminder of their legacy. But it's the unseen influence of the Normans that endures. The Norman invasion changed the English language and established the foundations of modern parliament and governance. And it's all because one man, William the Conqueror, claimed the English crown that he believed by rights was his. The Normans conquered a country and changed the course of England forever.